Thanks, everybody. Before I introduce our next speaker, I just want to briefly remind people of a couple of things. Tomorrow at 4:30, we're calling for a very large protest in front of the racist apartheid consulate of the State of Israel. 456 Montgomery Street tomorrow at 4:30.
But I want to ask us all to do one thing, which is we've got to stop the damn money that we are sending to Israel. Enough is enough. Not one more dollar of our money for this murderous state. And this has to be the turning point in U.S. policy. We cannot let these murders go unanswered. And the answer has to be every single one of our Congress people and every single one of our senators and the White House has to hear from us. We will not allow you to spend our money on this murderous state. Tomorrow they're coming back. No, tomorrow they're in their districts and they will be here all week. You know Dianne Feinstein votes for money for Israel every time she can. You know Barbara Boxer votes for money for Israel every time she can. The damn Democrats, the damn Congress, Republicans and Democrats alike, they always give our money, billions of dollars of it, to murder to a country that has no respect for international law. Barack Obama is a constitutional lawyer. He should know better. So please, besiege them. We got to do sit-ins in their offices. There are already people who have called a hunger strike, and they're doing hunger strike in offices. We've got to do everything we can, as of today, to let them know we will not tolerate this policy anymore. We will not tolerate a policy that bows down to a murderous regime. And there's only one way to stop it, and that's cut off all the money.
Boycott Israel! Boycott Israeli products! Boycott! Boycott the people who support Israel! Shut them down! Thank you!
Israel today is not only a criminal in the rights of the Palestinian people. The massacre that was committed today, this morning, was committed against 40 countries in the world who came out in support of the Palestinian people. These people who risked their lives, who came out on ships, who put themselves in harm's way, they understood that there was a risk of drowning. They understood that at any moment, if Israel can kill 1,400 Palestinian men, women, and children, then Israel has no regard for human rights activists. They understood that. When they put themselves on those boats, they understood that they had to stand and speak truth to power. That was the very definition of truth to power. It was truth to power when all the powerful countries of the United Nations Security Council was looking in the other direction while the people of Gaza were dying and starving on a daily basis. It was truth to power when the United States asked the government of Egypt to build a steel wall and isolate the Palestinian people so that they would starve and ultimately surrender. It was truth to power to expose that millions of Palestinians today are denied the right to return to live in their own homeland. It was truth to power to expose the very very racist nature of the state of Israel that gives preferences to Jewish nationals over the indigenous people who live right there in Haifa, in Jaffa, in Tel Aviv, in al-Fahm. Today, we witness the beginning of a new movement. It seems like there's an uprising in the making. It seems like there's an uprising in the making right there in the 1948 territories. Today, the people of al-Fahm and the people of Tel Aviv and the people of Haifa and the people of Akka said we will not take it any longer after 62 years of oppression. They pulled out the tires and they burnt them in the middle of the streets and they blocked traffic. They called for 3 days of mourning and general strike. And we ask you, we ask ourselves, those who live here in the United States, what's our role? When millions of dollars of U.S. money flows into Israel on a daily basis, what is our role? What is our role when retirement funds from different labor unions and unions of teachers and unions of academics go and give millions of dollars to the apartheid state of Israel? What's our role?
No more aid to Israel.
Are we going to divest from the racist state of Israel or not? So we ask you to take the first step towards that measure. The first step is to expose Israeli war crimes. And we have to do that tomorrow at 4:30. Tomorrow at 4:30, we're having a protest right in front of the Israeli consulate on 456 Montgomery Street.
Israel is lying when it says it gives all that aid to Gaza. It gives nothing to Gaza. It closes its borders. Why are the houses that blocks of houses that were destroyed? Why aren't they rebuilt? Why do 60% of those people still live in tents on the outskirts of Gaza? That's because Israel does nothing for it. And what does the U.S. do? Give $3 billion more to Israel to do the same thing. We're paying, and we're getting our social programs cut because we're giving $3 billion to Israel. And Egypt, the renegade state of Egypt, should not call itself Arab because it gets $1.5 billion from the American government to comply with Israel and put up a wall in Gaza so that they can't even get out through Egypt. So I just wanted to say is that I saw it and I'm proof.
Good afternoon. I'm Sarah Kirshner with the International Jewish Anti-Zionist Network. We are here today to condemn Israel's continued aggression, not only against the people of Gaza, but against the citizens of the world. Yesterday, boats carrying humanitarian aid ventured into international water. Israel once again proved that it will go as far as we let them go. They will kill as many people as we let them kill. The violence against the flotilla, the violence against the people of Gaza is not an exception for the state of Israel. It is its history. It is its founding project. When Israel expelled 800,000 Palestinians, ethnically cleansed 800,000 Palestinians in 1948, we say shame. When Israel killed 1,400 people in Gaza in cold blood, what do we say? Shame. When Israel kills 400 children in Gaza, what do we say? Shame. When Israel kills peaceful demonstrators trying to stand up for humanity, what do we say? Shame. And when Israel says that the international community will be killed if they stand for
push to Obama. One of the biggest crimes and continuities is full tilt support for the state of Israel. And let's remember, Israel is nothing but a concentration of everything sick and filthy about the world that we live in. Everything sick and filthy about the society, about the system that we live in. And this is why I'm saying we need revolution. We need a world without borders. We need a radically different world. And we need to unite right now to rise up and resist right here in this country, the belly of the beast, the heartland of imperialism. And we need to say no, not in our name. Not in our name. Not in our name. Not in our name. Not in our name.
The